How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same. Thanks for coming on.
Anytime, brother.
Welcome to episode 165 of the Blitzig. I'm here with Sacred Heart University football player Curtis Whiting, and I'm excited to have him on to share his story of his football journey and much more. So, welcome.
Welcome, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yep. So, how did your recruiting process start?
Okay, so my process was a little funny because I was committed to Army West Point at first. My senior year, I had all the Service Academy offers as well as all the NEC offers as well, like Merrimack, Sacred Heart, St. Francis. But I had Holy Cross on a 70% scholarship and Delaware on a 70% as well. So I was committed to Army West Point at first to play defensive back. Then I came on my visit to Sacred Heart. I loved it immensely. It was a family environment, great environment for me to come and see how college life really is. And I committed on the spot. I fell in love with this place, honestly. So I came here to play running back at first, and now I'm a defensive back. Well, I was a defensive back my sophomore year, and then now I'm back on the offensive side of the ball.
How did you find a way to pick to go to school at Sacred Heart?
You say that again?
Uh, how, how did you find a way to pick the school that you wanted to go
Um,
to?
okay, it came down to honestly like three things to me. It came down to closeness to my house, like proximity to home. It came down to the do they love football, and it came down to the education. Those three things I feel like made it a lot easier for me to commit to a school. So Sacred Heart's like hour and 15 from my house, hour and 20 no traffic. You know what I mean? And then I feel like football, when I committed here, they already had won the NEC championship. So it was a very, very serious football school. And then finally, I would say that the academics here are unmatched. You know what I mean? As far as like the class sizes and the way the teachers and professors treat you, it's unmatched. And the family environment you get here and the true learning you get at Sacred Heart, you cannot find that many other places.
Hmm. Uh, what is, what is the typical day like for you on game day?
On game day, I'm usually waking up with music blasting. Honestly, I wake up probably like if we have breakfast at 8, I'm waking up at 6:30. I want to make sure my mind is right, ready to go before practice. Hit a little morning stretch. You know what? Then I brush my teeth, get ready. Then I'm hydrating the whole entire morning. So I tell you, like I'm drinking a gallon of water. Then I get two little things of coconut water I usually try to chug down before the game to get some electrolytes in me. I go to breakfast, eat, have my headphones on, then I go hit the hot tub at the facility if we're home, get the body loose, a little pregame stretch. And then after that, make sure I'm still hydrating, you know what I mean? And after that, I'm getting my mind right in the locker room, talking to my guys, going over plays, making sure I get the full game day environment to be fully immersed in the game, to know what I have to go out there and do, execute my assignments at the highest level and the highest speed. And then when I go out there, it's just, at that point, it's reactionary.
Uh, how is this season going for you?
Season's going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Our team is doing extremely well, and for me to be a captain on a football team and for our team to do good, that's honestly all you want. And right now we're for sitting at 4-2. Our running back room is doing like extremely well. Our quarterback's playing extremely well. Offense playing extremely well. Defense playing extremely well, and the team is just gelling together so perfect. So it's like all the benefits we're reaping from the offseason, from the winter and the summer and the spring that we put so much work in to do is finally coming to fruition. And all of our goals are finally coming to fruition, and we finally get to see how a real team is supposed to look after going through all that pain in the winter and spring, losing a lot of guys. Honestly, it's not a shock to the guys in the locker room, but I know we're shocking the world right now.
Hmm. Uh, what what are your thoughts on the rest of the season and the schedule?
Right now we're looking at 1 week at a time right now. So like I said before, we're sitting at 4-2. We're looking to win this week versus Howard, put us at 5-3, and then see where that's going. As cliche as that might sound, that's literally our mentality. In the whole locker room, we have these posters hung up that say 1-0. And that's truly our goal every week, just to go and want to know. We have a hard schedule, as you guys may know. You can look for yourself and see as well. But it's definitely not easy. It doesn't get easier. And right now, we call this the gauntlet part of our season. Week 7 through 12 is you have to win, come out these weeks positive for your season to go well. So We're expecting to win a lot of these games, all these games we have coming forward, and just looking to compete at the highest level and hopefully come out the season with a playoff run.
Who's been the challenging, the more challenging player that you have played against in your career?
The most challenging player I played against in my career. Ooh, that's a good question. You talking about high school and college or just college?
Uh, Probably just college. Yeah.
Okay. My freshman year, we had a game versus Wagner, and they had this guy. I wasn't playing. I was still redshirting, still getting my mind right to be a player for this team. But the best player I've probably seen that we had to go against, his name is Titus Leo. He's an NFL edge rusher, about 6'5", 250. He bends well, runs the edge, and he just was dominating the game. Even though we held him down and we did ultimately win that game, it just was a good thing to see somebody of that caliber of football playing.
Hmm. Who in your family do you look up to?
I feel like my parents the most every day because they both understand me the most, I would say. My dad understands me more on like a football side of things, and my mom understands me more like a psychological type of things. I would say like she understands my heart. You know what I mean? And my father also played football in college as well, so he really understands like the daily grind of being a college football student athlete. So when I talk to him, I talk to him about anything. It's like talking to my best friend, and I look up to him the most because as a male figure the most because I feel like he's been in my shoes before and everything he says is for a rhyme or reason, and he's seen what I've seen or what I'm about to see in this life.
What makes you a unique player on the football field?
I feel like what makes me unique or like stand out to everybody else. I feel like in college everybody is talented, everybody's fast, everybody's strong, but I feel like the one thing I hang my hat on is not being outworked. So, for example, I know if I'm going into a battle with somebody, football, college football is all about position battles. I just understand that this is my teammate. I love him. There's gonna be no animosity, but I'm gonna be very hard to outwork. You know what I mean? And it's gonna honestly elevate both people because I feel like I've elevated people's work ethic and they've elevated mine. So I feel like I would hang my hat on hard work. I'm gonna try to be the first guy in the facility and the last guy to leave. And when it comes to just being tougher than people as well, I'm trying to be as my mental fortitude is very high because of some experiences throughout this game of football, and I feel like I'm hard to rattle or more so get off edge. I feel like I'm very even kill when it comes to the game of football, and I don't let it dictate my emotions, my play.
What has been your favorite football memory this season so far?
Oh, can you repeat that, sir?
Yeah. What has been your favorite football memory uh, so far this season?
This season so far, we've had some thrillers. If you haven't seen, we kicked the field goal to beat LIU. We beat Norfolk on a field goal. Last drive stop as well. I feel like this year for me, the turning point in the season was definitely that LIU game. Us coming together and fighting back against a very good Long Island University team was probably the turning point in our season because I feel like without that win, we would not be where we are right now.
Hmm. How many hours a day do you take the time to watch film?
I usually try to spend at least an hour to an hour and a half on film a day, especially if we're in game week, because I just feel like it's so important to understand your opponent. I don't try to get too involved into who I'm playing because at the end of the day, it matters about what I'm doing on my end. But I do try to make sure I understand the concepts and make sure I understand who I'm going against, just to never underestimate my opponent.
What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I'm a big movie guy. You know what I mean? So it's like also a big series guy. I like Power. I like the show Power. I like this new show that I just started, Gen V. It's like anything to get my mind away from football. Like I love football so much, and I put so much time into it. So whenever I leave the facility or I want to turn my mind off from football, I have to make sure I'm doing something completely different. You know what I mean? Like maybe even playing NBA 2K26 because that's something to get my mind off of football. And it's like
Mhm.
I love football, but sometimes you need a break to have a good balance. So I like playing the game and watching movies and TV series.
What is your plan for after this football season?
Trying to figure that out on a daily, you know what I mean. But I'm very confident in the plan that God has for me, and I also love being at Sacred Heart. So my plan is just to be where my feet are right now. You know what I mean? Just trying to make sure everything goes good this year and worry about this season. And then after the season's over, that's when we will have those conversations.
Thank you so much for coming on and spending a
Anytime.
couple minutes tonight. And I'll definitely stay in touch with you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too.